Hello, welcome to this workshop. The first question is always the same. It doesn't matter if I'm teaching a Reiki course, if I'm just being around some parents from my daughter's school, if I'm in a cafeteria or somewhere else. At the moment that I say that I teach Reiki or I do Reiki therapies, there is always the same question. What is Reiki? What is Reiki, Jordi? Why do people keep asking what is Reiki? Because Reiki sounds familiar to many people, but I think almost everyone heard about Reiki. It sounds, it's something that you know, except that you don't know. Because you don't wake up one day and say, okay, I'm going to learn Reiki. Or you say, I'm going to receive a Reiki session. No, because you don't really know what it is. And you probably don't know that Reiki can help you a lot. Why people know Reiki? Usually it's because someone recommended them to do a Reiki course or to receive a Reiki session. More than curiosity, it's because someone told you that Reiki can help. But the question is always there. What is Reiki? And sometimes, obviously, when your curiosity is hard enough, you go into internet, Google, ChatGPT, whichever area where you can get some information, and you just type, what is Reiki? And sometimes the answer is not exactly what you're looking for, because many teachers define Reiki as a therapy that balances chakra. And many people, when they read balances chakra, they think, okay, that's not for me. Some other teachers, they say it's a Japanese spiritual path. And then you probably read that and say, okay, I don't need a Japanese spiritual path. I have my own, or I don't need any spiritual path. So the problem of what is Reiki is that in general, the teachers, me included, do not answer the question in a way that reach the person who's asking this question. Because also, I really think it's not an easy answer. It's an easy question, but it's not an easy answer. Reiki is Japanese, that's a fact. It's not a therapy, it's much more than a therapy. It involves hands-on healing. It involves the idea and the practice of using your own hands to transfer energy. Chi means energy. Ki, pronounced in Japanese, means energy. It involves meditation. It involves self-healing. It involves sharing it with others, what we understand as the therapy of Reiki. But it's not a therapy. It is a spiritual path. But I think you don't wake up either in the morning and say, okay, I need a spiritual path. What you need is solutions. Maybe you don't sleep well, maybe you have anxiety, maybe you have pain, maybe you have a disease, or maybe you just feel empty. In my experience, many people come to Reiki courses not because they're sick or they have a specific disease or they suffer from panic attacks. Many people come to Reiki because they feel their life lacks something. It's kind of empty. It lost its purpose. Reiki is a spiritual path, but it's much more than that. It is what I understand as a solution, an easy solution for everyone. It started in Japan. The original name it was Shinshin Kaizen Usui Reiki Ryoho, and that's the name of the school. And it has different practices. But the goal of Reiki, the purpose, why we practice these practices, is because it helps us a lot to feel better. Not only healthier, not only with more vitality, but better. Our well-being increases a lot when you practice regularly, the same way that increases when you practice yoga or meditation in a regular way. Reiki has meditation in it, some principles, some breathing exercises, but the main characteristic, what probably people know about Reiki, is that you learn the ability of transferring energy through your own hands. In general, in order to do this, you need to do at least the first level of Reiki, which we call Shuden. Reiki is taught in different courses, usually very short and easy courses, because it's not difficult to learn this practice, but you really need to practice. It's like meditation. It's not difficult to learn how to sit for meditation, but you really need to practice meditation. So in Reiki is the same. And we divide it in 3, sometimes 4 different courses that we call Shuden, first level of Reiki, Okuden, second level of Reiki, Shimbuden, the master course of Reiki. In general, you need to do at least Shuden, the first level of Reiki, because there's one practice that we call Reiju. It's like reconnect with this skill, this capacity of yours of transferring energy. But actually, Reiki is developing, awakening some qualities, some skills that you already have in you. That's why we decided to do this introductory workshop, because we really think, in Kisetsu, we really think that Reiki is for everyone, because it's a solution. With some very gentle and easy practices that you can practice daily, and they don't require to be for 3 hours practicing, your life improves. Not only your life, your health, your relationships, your purpose, your spiritual self, everything improves. What do? We do some gentle practices, and in this workshop I would like you to know these gentle practices, at least a tiny bit of them, so you can use them as long as you need for your own benefit, for your own well-being. What is Reiki then? It's a practice, a Japanese practice, rooted in Buddhism, rooted in Shintoism, that helps you through meditation, some breathing exercises, some principles, and mainly through applying Reiki to yourself, which means placing your hands in different parts of your body and just being there mindfully, very present, and allowing the body to restore, to release the tension, to relax, and to get the energy back. So we're going to practice a little bit of this so you have it, you know what is Reiki, because the best way to understand Reiki is practicing it. So thank you very much for having this workshop. We're really happy to have you in our community of Kisetsu, and in the next classes I'll explain a little bit more where Reiki comes from, the meaning, the real meaning of Reiki, and then we'll practice. And you'll have these practices forever with you, so we can practice together as long as you need. Thank you very much for being here.